bullshit ass thing. Fucking...
Do you have enough light?
I think so. So that just locks in there. Like a second clip on the bottom or something.
So she'll sit on her backside.
Oh, she's being held on by the impeller, right? So, hold on. So, what kind of access do we get back here for the shaft? Is there a way to remove that? There is a way to remove the housing, as opposed to American Motors, where it's fucking built right in. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. With that little hex head nut, which I'm gonna guess is a quarter. Maybe just this one.
So what is on the back side of the shaft?
Something to grab onto.
Like, is
Because
it,
the whole thing's free spinning,
well,
right?
yes,
So
I know, but is the shaft, is there like a...
so it changes on each one. Sometimes it's a slot, sometimes it's something you can get a wrench onto if they design it correctly. A slot, I find, you'll fucking chew out a slot. They don't make it deep enough. They never make it deep enough. And I've twisted slot screwdrivers, and like you have to do it mechanically, like within a person. Like usually it's the same person holding it is untwisting it, but like I've had it where Lucas is just like, and Lucas is a strong boy. That's a man who goes and lifts 300-pound weights for fun, right? I know. and one of those defeated us, and I chewed the fuck out of the end of one before I had to smash the impeller off in the end. Like I had to literally crack the impeller right off the threads to be able to get it out. It was fucked. And then replaced it, but like, yeah. Some of them just don't come off. This one's pretty new, so it'll be like factory spec tightened, which I'm hoping is actually looser than if somebody kind of came to one of these in a repair and just cranked it on as hard as they could. Because I bet you factory spec they torque it to a certain amount.
No guarantee. I mean, you don't over tighten.
Yeah.
That just creates a different type of headache.
Oh, well, I guess that one wasn't in very tight, was it?
It's a stupid spot for it anyway.
Yeah, right on an angle. I saw that, eh? Mm-hmm. That's gonna grab something for sure. Third one's still in the housing. I'm sure hoping it'll just kind of slip off and fall off once I got this. Oh, still attaching it.
Still threading the other one.
Really? For little short little bolts like that.
Yes.
I don't know.
They're not much for screws, but alright, then there's something else holding it on then.
Just pressure fit. Don't tell me you have to take that top thing off just to get it out. That'd be silly. Hold on.
So it's not.
Nope. It's just tight, that's all.
Alright.
Okay, so they give us some, oh, yeah, not much, Jesus. Like one flat section on it plus an Allen key. I wonder if that's T30. I just fucking back that off.
I don't.
Out she comes.
I can't really tell very well if it's a Torx from here. The lighting sucks. I would say not.
first of all, let me just see if I can do it by hand. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a plastic fan, of course it is. So next is these. Set. Yep. God, that was easy. Holy smokes, dude. You don't know. Sometimes it's like 45 minutes.
No, I understand.
So, for now, I'll leave this on here. I'll unthread this. Okay, so I see the springs. I'm going to bring my...
So we've decided that the seal around the shaft is leaking.
Yes. Although, bolts aren't all that tight. As this comes out, I'd like to record the order in which it places seals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, being careful not to touch any of those seals because I do not want anything removed before we're ready to go. So they've got the spring with the raised section of the seal facing in towards the ceramic. The ceramic has a rubber protective portion around it, like an impact, like a shock dampener. And then lifting this up, two. They have is a keyed section within here that seems to interact not on this shaft. So it's just being held in by compression. There's a bit of oil and water there. So we've got flat section facing the impeller, raised section facing the ceramic shaft, which you can't see, but it's embedded into the body of this. So, and then seemingly no orientation to the shaft itself. Sometimes they lock in on those teeth that you can see there. So I'm gonna lay this down how it came out, just like that. And ideally, all I'm gonna do is start replacing these parts one at a time with the new shaft piece. So, it's out. Be careful not to touch that ceramic ring if I can help it with my bare hands. We've got the raised section. First of all, we'll just compare it. So it's definitely the same. So second, this should just slip right over. Might be a bit tighter. It might actually engage on some kind of tooth there. And they line all of these dots up on purpose. So there's no teeth or anything, so it's just pressure fit. Okay, that's in place. There's some compression to that. That's what actually tightens. That's what makes it so difficult coming off as well, because it's pulling against your thread. That portion we'll put right back in here. This is the old seal. So that's been installed exactly as it came out. Next,
Yep, all right.
Next, up here, I'll just remove this so I don't damage.
It's going to be this one.
Into the body of this. Now, this thing here, the downside protect the top cover just from scratching, because it'd be really obvious, I think. Do that. See if I can roll it onto. It's a head upside down. Try and be careful with the fan here. Or anything. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that gives me a bit more look this way. Now,
It's a good thing that this information is on the bottom of the pump. where you never see it.
Yeah, locked away from sight. Yeah,
Yeah.
Good point. Do you want to, just so you see this,
Sure, I can come around there.
come and have a look at it just before I try popping it out. So I think I'll probably damage the first like rubber seal pulling that out with like a flat or something. Most of the time I push it out from the other side, but this one feels like it could come out with flat. And then pushing it back in is just pressure. It's just so that's open right now. It's not actually in the bag. Then I have some. I'm not sure screwdrivers. I'm pretty sure. Somewhere in here.
Oriented the other way. Yes, there we go.
Okay. Lastly, there's decent light, but not fantastic. So.
Well, I could work my way over there and hold the flashlight.
It doesn't seem like it's all that bright. Oh, it's on the brightest setting, so let me focus it down a bit. Okay. So let me just slip this down one side and see if it'll come out. It's got to be pushed out from the other side, which is these 4 bolts. I think. So, what are they?
There's nothing. You gotta pop this off to get to the heads of the bolts coming from the other way.
Oh, is it just thread? Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's just pressure fit. You're right, I haven't tried slipping a screwdriver in there. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And maybe that's just holding the back body of the wet end. Let me try. Oh yeah, sure enough. Okay, so then this should just push out from the other side. We see that there's...
How's everything looking inside here?
Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. And there's a little bit of water, but there's water present on this side of the seal, which is a sign, right? If this was... Now, there is an orientation to this. I see it. We've got a round portion here and a smooth portion there. Round on the bottom, smooth up top. So I will have to make sure that that's oriented the correct way. Now, the other thing I'm seeing is that there's another, I don't know if that's formed into the plastic, that like ring just before the ceramic.
I think so.
If it is, that's good.
That way it only goes in so far. It butts up against that plastic. Yes, it's moving.
Is it?
Yes, I watched it move.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
I'd use a bigger screwdriver. Maybe not that great big one, but...
I know. Okay, alright, so I went huge, and then I went mini. And then there's, like, small,
sometimes
smallish.
Yes.
And then the last thing is I could use a hammer here, but I'm curious to see if I could just...
At least I thought for sure I saw it move.
They're usually in pretty tight. Yeah.
Like, I know they're pressure fit, but...
I might just need the sharp impact of the hammer, even if it's not that, like, hard. My fist isn't doing it.
Well, your hand's absorbing all the pressure. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, it moved.
Yep. So I'm just trying to drive it out equally.
Yes. Otherwise it'll bind and create more fucking problems.
There we go. So, I mean, seal replacement is the same on all pumps. It's just how to get into the housing that like that's different depending on which pump. Now you see that there's a black prominent side and a white prominent side. So all I'm gonna do is flip this around and insert this. Make sure that my plus.
Here.
Yeah. Sure.
Put that on the top there. Yep.
Yeah. In fact, I might just drive it.
There you go. Beautiful.
Still a bit out on one side. Pretty well flush all the way around.
Short of rubbing our fingers on it.
I know. I think so.
Alright.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And on the back, I shouldn't see too much of a gap in between. Yeah, I think that's bottomed out.
Perfect.
Okay, so to rebuild this, we'll orient this in the correct way, seeing as it does actually have an orientation. So this pressure fits on here. Seems to have lined up well. Yep.
Set your light back up over there.
Yeah. Yes. Well, actually, only need it when I need it. That goes around. So the impeller is next. The new seal on it. Seal to seal. That makes sense. So I can thread this on by hand to start. These things tighten themselves, right? By definition of the shaft spinning one way into the thread and the water resistance on the other. And there's no way to reverse these things, right? Like here. This is actually maybe a good time to clean out the impeller just before I get too far in here. Just a few little bits. Oh yeah, that's fucking gross is what it is. No idea what that stuff is, but it made it through the pump basket because it's small.
That's
Get
hair.
it out of there.
Looks like it's all bunged up with some
Yeah,
hair.
that's just hair. Oh, that's funny.
My God, my wife's hair is fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Woven in my underwear.
I know what you're
woven,
talking about.
like
Fucking yeah, and it stabs you like halfway
God.
through the day. You're like pulling out fucking long ass hair from your ass.
You're scratching your balls like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I didn't start the day with
It's a
that. What
fucking
the hell.
It's a 2.5 foot long red fucking hair, which pulls and you pull and it comes wraps around your bag, and as you're pulling, you say, "Ooh, it's tickling my asshole." Oh, there it is. Look at that fucking 2.5 foot hair. I'll just drop it now.
Redhead, is she?
Oh yes, and fiery like one.
Mm-hmm.
So when they say redheads, yeah, it's fucking 100% true.
Yeah. Okay, so next I've got. Am I too far ahead here? No. Yeah. This portion actually has a gasket on it too. Interesting. So then these teeth, I think, lock into my teeth on an edge here. Now I've got 2 long ones and 3 short ones. That's probably a clue, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 long ones.
Right, because it'll only go one way.
Yeah, they do try and make these things idiot-proof, I'd say.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's that. Next, I think we're into next the shaft is self-tightening, and I've just got it spun on until my hands stopped it. Just wondering if I should give it. So I got to do it now if I'm gonna. Yeah, let me get like a half turn on with a tool. It came apart pretty easily. But the tighter I get it on here, the more the spring in the shaft compresses and forces those contacting pieces together. The ceramic.
Yes, I would like to see a little bit of torque put to it.
Yeah, like let's see how. Yeah, so I need the channel.
Right, and it doesn't have. Oh, right behind your. Yep. Right, because it doesn't have to be stupid tight.
Let's find a flat edge here.
Right there.
How did I? Went on before.
It did.
How did I get it tighter? Now it's too loose. What the fuck? I must have had it offset on the bolt.
Too loose. I mean, too tight. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so. Oh, you know what? I can't get that on anymore by hand, and it came off by hand. So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So I think that.
I think you're right.
That answers it. I just didn't want to grab it by this.
No, fuck no.
Metal or plastic or whatever they are. Plastic, I think.
Plastic.
Real smart manufacturers.
Weight, price.
Yeah, they'll make this out of metal, and what you can do is you can jam a screwdriver right through two fins of it, and you can undo it that way. But God forbid you break one of those fins, now it's rattling around in a moving part of the motor, right? So, yeah. Get some of this cleaned up here. Ugh.
Which is probably one of the reasons why they make them fucking plastic, so people don't do that.
Yeah, people like me who are sick of trying to get out of the back
Right.
fucking tiny little skull. You know what pump is actually the worst for that? The hush pumps and beachcombers. They're like impossible to get onto. The big jet pumps, they have a flat section that you can get your channel locks onto like this. Fuck, those other ones, they just have the slot. That's it.
Those things suck.
And it's smooth all around. Yeah, it's like great design, guys. Yeah. Yeah, because the metal will go before this. So apparently this is harder steel than whatever they make the fucking pumps out of. It's like, really?
Yes.
So, that's in. I think we're into rebuilding the body now. So you may as well put... Well, does it matter which end I do first? Yeah, let's rebuild this so I can put it down on the ground without snapping the... Now, this was a pain coming out. I remember that.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
So,
I'm not sure. Oh, there you go.
fuck, found its way home. What do you need? You need
Right
a little...
here, I got it.
Okay. Do they have a flat on them as well?
Oh, you turned it.
Oh, they got... Actually, I'm surprised they have a Phillips head on. I didn't even see that, to be honest.
Yes. Fucking Phillips. It might help to get... Oh, yeah.
Magnetic.
Where's the...
Threaded? Yeah, there we go. Sorry. I think it fell onto the fabric. Yeah, it's in my fingers. Here, I'll let you manipulate that. Well, what did I say? 45 minutes on the outside, 20 minutes on the inside? That's about right. Oh, here, let me,
You need to find the hole.
yeah.
Oh, way up top. Okay.
Try and bias it that way. Good. Yeah, they're not too bad. Once you figure out how to take the housing off, the seals all come off.
Alright, now she can get flipped back over,
Okay.
I think.
Just being careful not to,
Mm-hmm.
to touch this propeller assembly in case I misalign something. Okay.
Well, I don't think so.
Can you get her out of there, or is she still there? Me putting pressure on it might shift the point of.
Oh, I can get that.
Yeah, looks like it's going. Yep. Yep.
Feels like it's going.
And it's just a housing cover, so they don't need to be
Nope.
tight. Just
Gotta get them started. There. That's done.
And the best chance is maybe if you have a difficult reach if you're picking the body up like that, but let me bias. The problem is we're limited by this cable. You okay there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. How's
Bolts
your
are right there?
How's your hold?
Not bad.
It's not. Oh. It might make sense if I actually get these in and then like par thread them each. So I can make sure each one is engaged. That bottom needs to go in. Yeah. That one I think is engaging. That one seems to be spinning right now.
Oops.
Come on. Where's your point? Oh. Okay.
Well, we get 2 started.
Yeah. But I still want to leave these a little bit out. I just want to make sure they're threading. So that's definitely threading. It's the other side. I want to be able to find their home before I have the whole thing tightened up. I have been tricked by that before. You get 2 in, get them tightened up, and then the other side's still misaligned. And you got to loosen the 2 that you just tightened. And okay, so those are definitely threading. Sometimes. That one seems to go easy. Yeah, you're getting that one by hand. Nice.
Well, it helps those other 2 are aligned, so
Yeah.
these 2 should fucking just fall right in. Should.
Try to give it a little wiggle until it falls into place. Right, tight there. Here's the
Terrible
wrench.
fucking angle.
And start getting these
Oh,
out.
there we go, there we go.
Yeah, and these bolts weren't terribly tight, were they?
Nope.
And they hold the entire wet end together. And the seal is pressing back against it.
Oh, this one, I can get a ratchet on that one.
Okay. 9/16, I believe it was.
That's what it is. Hope to be able to see. The lighting is just brutal. Oops, sorry.
You might know this. What is each end of the wrench called? I'm asking seriously.
Box end and an open end.
Right, okay, so I always thought that the box end was the open end, like whenever I was describing it, which is incorrect, and I knew I had it incorrect, but I just never knew if there was a more technical term than the box end. And yeah, so I really like box ended wrenches. I think they make things so much simpler.
I very rarely use the box end,
Oh, it's great for stuff like this.
but I usually typically just use the open end, but sometimes you have to use the box end. You just fucking have to.
I promise you that one's tighter than it was. It's not, I could make it way tighter, but I don't think it's necessary.
This is just starting to get tight now. Yeah.
Maybe I do, judging by how much you're
Well, here, do it
pulling
off of
on
this,
that.
so we're using the, since I just did 3 of them, I'll know how. Oh yeah, you've got those just as tight as mine. Okay. Housing's back on, no parts left over.
Nope.
Seal reassembled exactly how it came out, which is correct. It's just that the seal might have failed. Or that these weren't tight enough. I am actually surprised that Phil didn't say come out and tighten these first before we send a seal over.
Yeah,
But maybe Buddy was like, you know what, just get me a new seal just in case.
You
Like
never know.
sometimes that's the customer, not Phil, who are saying like, nah, I'd rather just a new seal. Really help if this is lined up as best as I can.
There we go.
Get it. I'd say that's it right there. This was one of my first plumbing jobs, if I remember. That's why it looks like shit. No, it's actually not that. I had to rework. I had to rework this, but
It's way better than Corey's bullshit.
no, it's got a flat sort of start, like that fucking mess of
Oh.
plumbing and Kevin Geese there.
Okay.
That looks nice.
Do you want me to get a bucket of water?
I think we'll need the hose. There is actually a hose lined up outside. It's attached to a sprinkler.
Right.
Um,
Yes, I did see it there.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's, I don't know if he's built his stairs yet, but that might just plummet 6 feet down.
6 feet.
Yeah, there's,
I can't see it being 6 feet.
well,
Shouldn't be. The pool's right there.
you'd be surprised.
No, I got this right here. Oh. Oh, my knees are stiff.
How much do we have?
What's that?
How much do we have for length there? Do you think that'll reach it?
Oh, yeah.
I assume it's off.
Well, I'm gonna say it is, because it's not fucking pissing out everywhere.
Yes. So maybe what we'll do is,
I'll give you this, and then I will go.
probably want to make sure that my connections are a little tighter. I just did them up by hand for now.
Yeah. Dosed myself in hot water.
I saw that. Sorry for laughing.
No, hey, it is what it is. You're right. You are right, my friend. There is like a half a drop.
Yeah.
Okay, you need some water?
Yep.
She come?
Oh yeah. She's just quiet. Quiet like Charlie and Nom.
Oh, I guess I should put it back over there.
What's up?
When you don't need any more water, just yell.
Oh no, I'll pinch the hose off. It's good. All right, let's try that. Yeah, that's good. I better get the lid on quick.
I won't go anywhere.
You can flip that breaker now.
Okay, you did it. You got it.